Hello everyone, this is Greta with Agape Book Club, and today it's Friday. We are doing our review of Butcher and Blackbird, and woo! Let me tell you the feelings. I will definitely call out when it's time to do spoilers. I'll do a countdown, but I did print off the book club bracket, and I put all the books that we did not put over here. So if it gets nixed in the next polls coming up in the next 3 months, then we will take them completely off, and I'm going to add some new ones here, and we will have 3 books to choose from to see which one we're going to read, and then we will put the 2 that did not get picked here so that we can pick which one we want to go to at that point. So yeah, lots of funny here. So we were looking at Butcher and Blackbird, book number 1 of the Ruinous Love Trilogy by Bryn Weaver. And that's the review we're going to do. And we did not pick Lights Out by Vanessa Allen. So Lights Out is now going to be on the bracket for when we go against Verity. So Monday we will choose between Ghost Camera and House of Hunger, so don't miss that. And I will be doing a review of, or not a review, but a summary of what these books are about and give you a chance to do a poll and other things on Monday. On my Ko-fi, if you saw one of my last videos, you saw that I had, when we were getting ready for the book review on Monday, was I have some new book review sheets. So I printed back in the backs on here. So I've got these here. So you can go to my Ko-fi and get these. They are free. So those are for you. Another coloring page. I am still working on my coloring page for my first set of book reviews. But I usually just like color when I'm talking about something, or if I am listening to a book rather than reading. I did have to do that on a couple. And sometimes I read and then also listen. So I have the Audible book and then I'm reading it off of my Kindle, or my husband's Kindle. And sometimes, like, if I don't have time to read but I want to hear what's going to happen next, I'll just do a chapter off of there. All right, I do not normally buy the books because it wastes my money, unless I really enjoyed a book and I want to have it to read again. I was buying books a lot. My husband has a whole room full of books. I just don't want to get there. Though I kind of don't like reading on the Kindle, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm just talking to talk now. All right, and this is from Shade's Budget. It was just some of her coloring pages. I had 2 other ones, but I'm still have this one that I'm probably going to work on coloring at some point. And then Lights Out, I had the summary from last time, so I'll put that to the side because that one's going to come back. And then I also have the calendars for the book club. So today is the 25th, so we're doing the book club review. Monday we are doing the video for book club intros and poll. And then in August, these are also on my Ko-fi, guys, so you can get them as well. So in August, we're going to do, the poll's going to end on Friday the 1st. And then we're going to do the book announcement on Saturday. I'll do a mid check-in. And then we'll get ready for the book review at the end of the month. And I'll have another book review on whichever book you guys decide that you want to read with me. Those are on my Ko-fi as well. And one more little thing on my Ko-fi here. And again, everything is free on my Ko-fi. My Ko-fi will be listed below. Is this little tracker here. So I did, this one would have been January because there's 12 of them. But this one would have been January. And I started my book club in February. So, so far we've read The Last House on Needless Street, Witchcraft for Wayward Girls, The Housemaid, The Last One at the Wedding, The Vacancy in Room 10. And now we just finished Butcher and Blackbird. All right, so you can use that if you want, and you can use it just because you want to. So this was the summary that I printed off to go through, and I'm not going to, oh, I have some spoiler things, so I don't want to do that. But let me tell you about what this book is about, and it's not a spoiler, it's just the summary. But it says, when a chance encounter sparks an unlikely bond between rival murderers Sloane and Rowan, the two find something elusive, the friendship of a like-minded, pitch-black soul. From small-town West Virginia to upscale California, from downtown Boston to rural Texas, the two hunters collide in an annual game of blood and suffering, one that pits them against the most dangerous monsters in the country. But as their friendship develops into something more, the restless ghosts left in their wake are only a few steps behind, ready to claim more than their newfound love. Can Rowan and Sloane dig themselves out of the game of graves, or have they finally met their match? If you ever had to do a trigger, like a due diligence on trigger, do it on this one. Just saying. All right, I'm going to put that to the side. Oh, don't want to show you any of those spoilers. All right, so let me see what you can look at, because I don't want you to see any spoilers. Here, we'll just put this here. Actually, Moxie's like, here, you can show me. All right, so I'm going to read some reviews, but nothing that's a spoiler review at this point. And I'm trying to pull this off and my cat is licking my hand. All right, so Goodreads gave a review of a total of 4.2. Amazon is a 4.3 and Audible is a 4.7. So I listened to a little bit of this one, and I did really like the people who did the voice for them, but I had already started reading and I did not, the voices were different. So in my head than what they were doing, but they did an awesome job. So if you do like to listen to books, the people who did the Audible one did a really good job on that. I usually don't call that out because I usually don't know. But they really did. Excuse me. Some non-spoiler reviews was, I want what they have. You'll love me someday. Rowan, do you want to get wiped up and have kids and live on the beach with our 3 cats or something? This man was so goofy and obsessed with her. I only want dark rom-coms written this way. Bravo. Something about these two were so Evanescence 2003 coded, and I ate that S up. She ate it up. It was that good. And let's see here. One person said, absolutely horrendous book. Rude. This one said, is everyone being held at gunpoint to act like this book is so good? WTF. Well, we don't care about what you say anyway. Sorry about that. I had somebody at my door, so I had to walk away for a minute. Okay, let's see. Where were we? So let's see. Some other non-spoilers is a review that came in that said, I love this book. I love any book that combines murder and romance, but the fact that they were also serial killers, I knew I was going to love this one. The book combines gory murder, comedic relief, and at some times an absurd plot, and a sweet romance as well. Very, very excited to read book number 2. And this next one, it says screaming, and it's got a little icon. And it says, give it to me. I never expected to become so obsessed with a book. It was supposed to be a dark romantic comedy, and I devoured it in one sitting. This book revolves around 2 notorious serial killers who organize an annual murder competition. It sounded so good that I could hardly believe it would turn out as anything other than amazing. And I was right. It was amazing. All right. And then, let's see. This stimulating, scorching, action-packed, mind-bending, heart-pounding, intelligent, and highly entertaining novel seamlessly blended thriller, mystery, dark comedy, and erotic romance genre has become my new addiction, making me want to scream my admiration for it at the top of the roofs. On top of the roofs. I've undoubtedly found another auto-approved author, and I can't wait to read more from Bryn Reaver and the rest of the trilogy. Especially being that the bonus part of... Oh, I can't read that part, sorry. Unfortunately, the author has ruined orzo pasta and ice cream for me for a long time. I will definitely be passing on those meals. The book has an unusual plot revolving around two serial killers who compete with each other to finish the job of their targeted evil. Yes, they are how do you say that? Vigilantes. No, I'm saying that wrong. Vigilantes. I think I got it. Words are hard. Cleaning the world of the most malicious human beings, even though both of them also enjoy blood-turning crime scenes into art exhibitions to feed their violent fantasies. And then here's another one. Wow, just wow. My mind is ready to explore. The book is entertaining, smart, unputdownable, and those steamy, naughty scenes definitely set the chapters on fire. They're absolutely hyperventilating. The cliffhanger at the end made me scream and crave the sequel urgently. This chaotic, hilarious, a little gory, but extremely exciting book was everything I needed. I couldn't recommend it more. Now, I will disagree with her on one thing. I found it pretty gory. It says a little gory. Maybe because the gore was so gory. All right. And then let's see if there's anything else that I can quickly... They said the banter was everything. Why? Let's see. See, this one says there's a lot of gore. I do agree with this too. It says there's a long list of trigger warnings, so please check it before reading. This book might not be for everybody. That is so true. Please, guys, when y'all are reading in the horror genre, murder genre, and you've gone through something, do your due diligence. I would hate anybody to do something that's supposed to be fun and entertaining and it turn into, a counselor meeting or a psychologist meeting. We don't want you to read just to read because we told you to. We want you to do your due diligence and make a decision if this is what you should be reading. Let's see. This person said the ending was freaking great. The last big scene, then the last line were fantastic, and I was thrilled that I already had the second book lined up, so no need to wait. Kudos to the author for keeping me hooked. And this had absolutely no business being so good. New favorite. The way it was hilarious had me kicking and screaming, but also so cute. He was so patient. They were so cute together. It's a slow burn. The spice, hello. I ate it up. Truly, now I need the rest of the series immediately. I'll never look at ice cream the same again. You'll love me someday. In quotations. All right. I loved every second of it. So if you like cool banter, sweet but psycho characters, funny side characters, and can handle or embrace very dark content, then try this. It's a hoot. It says it actually gets full 5 stars because the time jumps. Oh, didn't get a full 5 stars because the time jumps got really annoying to me and I wanted more of them actually together. And I think certain scenes were jumped over that I wish were included. Oddly, the accidental cannibalism worked with the plot, so no deductions for that. Okay. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and do my countdown, and we'll get into the spoilers and then what I thought and what I'm going to rate it at for my personal own feelings on it. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so there were a few things that I noticed that were in the reviews that had me laughing, but I didn't want to give anything away. So I hope you guys enjoyed this book. It was such a fun read. I really enjoyed it. One of the reviews said the way he was so patient with her and pinning the angst, the rivalries, the games, the years of longing and hoping she might feel the same way about him since he laid his eyes on her. God, they were destined for each other. And when I tell you that I would run through a wall for this man, when he named the restaurant, and you know what it is, and permanently reserved a spot for her, my heart discharged from its arteries. I thought that was super cute. And then this one person said, accidental cannibalism, you say? I don't think so. But the hero is a serial killer with a golden retriever energy who is a chef by day and is obsessed with the heroine. Together they fall in love along the way, but it finally hit me around the 3/4 mark that I'd rather get my eyeballs plucked, gouged out, than continue to be subjected to this book's unconvincing chemistry, shallow characters, and disjointed timeline. Dissatisfying as a romance and horror novel alike. R.I.P. my hopes and dreams of ever finding a good crossover between the two genres. Hey, that was not nice. I did like the way that this person wrote the review. Like, I liked the wording because it was kind of funny, but I don't agree. This one just says, let's get to the point. Though the main characters, Rowan, aka my new obsession. Seriously, I'm pretty sure I've discovered my type. A serial killer with a golden retriever energy who also happens to fit the tall, dark, and mysterious type. He rides a motorcycle, has tattoos, and owns popular restaurants where he's the chef. Restaurants he named after his heroine, with a booth forever reserved for her. I love fictional rich men. Let's see. What is this one? This man was also insane, crazy, and a bit nuts. Yes, those words essentially means the same thing, but as you read, you'll see they describe him perfectly. Let's see, anything else that... Oh, I like this one. I feel that sometimes spice is a tool used by others to fill pages and gain word count. That's how I felt here, in a good portion of the reasoning behind 3 stars, which was not a bad rating. I still have a really good time with this book. I just wish the storyline was a little stronger. But where I felt was lacking, which is kind of a big deal, is the plot. It started out so fun and had me really engaged, but it comes to a sudden halt just to bomb me with 30% worth of back-to-back sex themes. Can I say that on here? I don't even know. SEX themes. Okay. So, let's get into my review of this. So, that was some of the reviews that I read. Those are some of the spoilers. So, my book review is basically, I will tell you about what I thought of the characters and which character, was my favorite and blah, 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 blah. So, first of all, I got sucked in right away. Like, 100% sucked in right away. I loved this book. So the opening was absolutely amazing. Very well done. I could feel the words of the author. Like, I could picture every absolute thing that was happening. I mean, her being in that cage, the smell, the fact that he was touring with her, that she's stuck in a cell, and he's finding her attractive. I thought it was funny that Brendan Weaver wrote this book, and she was like the Orbit Weaver. I was like, you talking about yourself? I absolutely loved the beginning, and it sucked me in right away because I was so interested in both of them. I did think there was a good balance between Rowan and Sloane as far as their characters. That I feel like they got the same, like the same time or the same attention. So you knew that Rowan and Sloane are both these characters, the main characters in the story. It wasn't like one was just more like, I mean, if you know, when you think about, you know, Gray or whatever the whatever that book's called, you know what I'm talking about, that book. You know, I felt like that was more about the girl than it was about Mr. Gray. So I did, you know, find it like that. Now Lark, I loved her. I love that that Sloane had somebody that she could tell her deepest, darkest secrets to. And she was so excited for her and constantly helping her as far as like working through feelings and thoughts and stuff. And I love that she was a good character. And I loved, what was his name? Lucarin, whatever his name was. The brother to Rowan, who was Butcher. And I liked how there was a lot of banter and teasing between the brothers. So it was kind of cute how that was going on. And Rowan saying that, you know, his brother would probably help her more than him, kind of thing. And I liked his attitude. He was kind of, you know, a jerk, and it was kind of sexy. So just saying, I liked his brother. Let's see. So let's see what else. My favorite, so there was a few, you know, the yearly kill. My favorite one out of the rival kill scenes was the one with Thorson. That was insane. Like, that was super insane. I thought it was so funny that, you know, he passed out. And, like, she's trying to tell him what's going on. He's not paying no attention. But the kill was so intense. I was like, oh, my gosh. Like, the fact that she was webbing a map and then the killing that was happening, like, the gargle, like, the author did such a good job. I mean, I was literally there, and it was kind of scary. And then the David guy that was involved, like, what's up with that dude? And then, like, the fact that Rowan took him and had him at his restaurant, it was so, like, it was oddly sweet and weird, but by that time, like, the chemistry between Rowan and Sloane, oh, I loved that part, like, the love story part of them just, like, liking, like, wanting to be together. And then you kind of get to the point where, like, that other kill came up, and, you know, Sloane was, I mean, she lived through some beating. And that first scene of the bath, and I was embarrassed reading it. I mean, he's so in love with her, and it was so passionate. Like, I could not even believe it. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm so sorry this will be 2 parts, but this is a spoiler. So, my son had called, and I had to take the call. So, unfortunately, it cut off my recording. I'm going to try. I've never used anything to put 2 videos together, so I'm going to try it and see if I can put the 2 together and see what happens. Sorry about that. But, yeah, so we were talking about the chemistry between them, the Thorson, the, you know, embarrassing, spicy, and how much he was like all into her, and it was very, whew, yeah, sweaty, whew, fiery. So yeah, and then him naming the restaurant after them was absolutely adorable. I really loved, like, a couple of my favorite parts were, one was when Lark met Rowan. I thought that was so cute. And then how about Lark and Luchin? Is it Luchin? You know, being together, that's pretty spicy. And then I loved, oh my gosh, I loved the part where she went to Three and Coach, and she was going to surprise him, and then she got scared and ran. And I love that he came out there to her in Raleigh and paid a boy to deliver food, and then sat on the phone and helped her, like, walked her through making the meals. How nice is that? That's sexy. That is super sexy. I did see that there was going to be a final, like in my mind, I'm like, there's got to be a kill after this. Like, there's going to be a kill at the end. But gross, the kill at the very end, guys, I don't know about you, but that mandolin on some skin, I've cut my finger with a mandolin before, making a salad, and damn, that shit hurts. Oh, that is gross. Like, ugh. That to me was the most squeamish part of everything. I could even deal with the eyes being plucked out. I could not deal with the mandolin. I was like, oh, it's making my stomach quease. So, I mean, Sloane was pretty awesome. I really liked her. I mean, she played that psycho like a violin, though, at the end there. I mean, she tricked him big time. I was like, dang, look at her. She got skills. She manipulated that dude. But I don't blame her for, like, being upset about hearing Rowan's words. And it takes a strong person to hear something like that about yourself. But I mean, he didn't mean it, so I thought she was being a little dramatic about it. But I love that they still kill together afterwards, and but killing is bad, people. This is a serial killer book, so I knew what I was gonna get. But killing is bad. Do not condone it. Do not kill people. So, just want to say that. And it had me all messed up in my feels, because, like, I'm seriously wondering if my mind is sick, because I really loved the tension of the love between them and all the emotionals, but they're serial killers. So I still have to remember that. Remember that they kill people, and killing people is not okay. But for entertainment purposes, I love serial killer books, movies, anything to do with killing. Crime, murder. I love all that stuff. Ooh, How to Get Away with Murder. That is a good series, guys, if you ever want to watch a good one on Netflix. But the very end, when she was, like, digging into that dude, that proposal from Man Guy, she would call him. I mean, that was cute. Like, I mean, that's the perfect serial killer proposal, right? I mean, you just killed somebody together, and here, you know, pull this out and undo it and get all the goo off and guts or whatever is in there, the blood and yuckiness, and let's just wrap it up and wrap it up. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Yeah. So I gave this a 4 1/4. And let me tell you why I gave it a 4 1/4. Because even though I loved this book, I did not like that they did the spicy scenes back to back to back to back. I wish there was a little more buildup, or just don't put that much. I would have been okay with just the 1 or 2. I don't know. I just was not into it that much. And some of it I really didn't. I thought it was, like, not that it was too gross or too, I don't know. I wasn't that impressed with some of the choice of the way the author explained the spicy themes. Now, the first part of it, like the first time that they had sex, yes, absolutely. But after that, some of it was just a little off-putting in some ways to me. And you know what? I did feel like she oversold Rowan being in love. He was very obsessed in a way. And, I don't like a guy who's that obsessed. Like, tone it back a little bit, have a little bit of reserve. But overall, it was a great book. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm going to read the second one or not, because I'm going to read these other ones. I really don't have time to read more than one book a month, to be honest. Between working and this, small business stuff, and then the book review, and then, just my life in general, it's pretty busy. I stay pretty busy. I just don't know if I really have the time for that, but I don't know. I'm enjoying doing the book club thing right now. If I get to a point where I can read more than 2 or even listen to an extra one, I will, but for now, I'm just going to do the 1 book a month, and that's all I'm going to commit to. So I hope you guys will be back on Monday, and I would love to hear, what you guys thought too. So when I do my reviews, I'd love to share some of that. But yeah, you guys have a wonderful day. I do apologize again for it being 2 parts. And if I was able to figure it out and not do 2 parts, then that's a win. All right. Talk to y'all on Monday for book club. Bye, guys.